What is up, everybody? My name is Derek, aka Fancy Pants. This is the Lowheat Show, and yeah, it's been a minute. Welcome back. New year, continuing the show. We're averaging, what are we averaging? Like 190 views an episode. So thanks for watching, especially those of you returning. Appreciate it. And while you're at it, why don't you give a subscribe, give a like, drop a comment, all that stuff. Quick plug, other than subscribing, if you're in the arena or searching for shoes, whatever, or New Balance, please use my Shop Looks link. It just takes you to the website, Champ Sports or the New Balance website. There's no sign up, no nothing. It's just I'm an affiliate, so I get a little bit of commission if you buy something. That's all. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not asking for subscriptions. I'm not asking for donations. All I'm asking for is a free sub to the channel. Maybe follow me on Instagram, also free. And if you're shopping for shoes and going to use Champ Sports anyway, or if you're going to use the New Balance website anyway, hit my links in the bio there. I also put them in my channel bio right there too. Champ Sports, New Balance. If you're gonna buy them there anyway, just use my link. I would appreciate that. Anyways, moving on. Let's bring down the music a little bit, or we're not gonna bring it down. We're gonna hard stop it because we don't have that type of production value yet. I could fade it, but you guys are rolling with the punches already. We're using the Google Drive slides, so the Google Doc slides. So you already know what it is. All right. For now, we're on to our What's Cooking segment. Just kind of news around the sneaker, hype beast, streetwear, fashion world. First of all, this isn't new news, but I just wanted to touch on it. This year kicked off with a big L. The Louis Vuitton Murakami collection, the return to the Murakami collaboration, if you will. For us common folk, for us plebs, was a botch. And these are first world problems, right? If you were able to afford a piece from this collection, you are doing well in life. I'm not doing that well, but I was thinking like maybe I would get like a wallet. Maybe I would get a cheap coin purse, just a memento of an overpriced memento from the collection that I can always say, oh yeah, I got this piece from when this collection dropped, when he did his 2024 or 2025 reunion with Louis Vuitton. It'd be a cool little thing, wallet. Or I was thinking, maybe if I get lucky, maybe I snag one of these keep balls. Maybe I snag one of these keep balls, which were like crazy expensive. They were like $1,000, $2,000 more than the regular keep balls, which again, it's a collab. There's gonna be an upcharge. More stuff's being done to them, but like they were expensive. And I was thinking maybe I get one of these and do a quick flip, make a quick, 1K, make a little a band on something, and or if I wasn't able to flip it, like if they weren't going for more money, maybe I just like keep it for the personal, sell off some stuff. I've always wanted a Louis Vuitton keep all, and then it would be like this like super dope Murakami collab. I like him as an artist, first and foremost. I've always wanted to keep all. So those were my two thoughts: either snag something, air quotes, affordable, or cop a keep all, flip it, or keep it and just like sell off my life. And make it my only possession. Wasn't able to do either. Bots, traffic, I don't know, like preferred clients, everything. No one was able to get anything. Everyone was complaining. I don't know if it really hurts the Louis Vuitton brand all that much, because like everyone wanted the stuff. They're going to want something hype like this in the future. So I don't know how much damage it really does to the brand that no one was able to cop items, purses that they wanted. All these rich people, I don't know if they're going to boycott Louis Vuitton if they have another hype collab. I mean, maybe, they put these dollars into other luxury brands a little bit. But if you do something like this again, like they're going to come back and try to buy. So anyways, I was disappointed along with a lot of other privileged people. So it's probably best for my wallet and my life that I wasn't able to get anything. So Actually, shout out bots. I changed my opinion on that. Speaking of more designer expensive clothes, apparently rumor is there's going to be I think another. There's been one before, a Stussy Denim Tears collaboration. This person posted on Instagram some images from the potential future collection, and I like this. First off, Denim Tears seems to be like one of those brands that like got really hot, and now like people, because it's so hot, people are cooling on. Also, Tremaine Emery and his messaging, the cotton race and stuff, just sometimes I feel a little imposter syndrome, like, wearing or some brands with like a very strong message. But this seems perfect for me. It's kind of a blend of white surfer boy and brown people, and I'm part of both, part brown, part white boy. So like this to me is something I could get behind. Rep both brands. I like it. I'll be into, depending on the like going from this. I don't know if I need any of these specifically. I would like to see the whole collection, see what the best piece for me. Like I have, like you guys, I have so many clothes. I really don't need anything, but like what's a gap in the wardrobe that I could fill with a cool piece? Or if there's just like a killer t-shirt or whatever, like we might consider it, but will probably be expensive, will probably be hard to cop. There's a t-shirt right there, not pulling me in. I kind of like this work jacket though. Kind of like the work jacket, kind of like the pants. My name is Fancy Pants, so we'll be considering both depending on the price point and my funds at the time. So we'll see. Up next, this has been all over the gram. Nigel Sylvester, pro BMXer, signed to Jordan Brand / Nike, but mainly like really Jordan Brand, is going to have a Jordan 4 collab. Kind of the brick by brick. These are kind of inspired by red bricks. More storytelling. He had an event unveiling the collection in New York City recently, a couple nights ago, and they are like, the internet is definitely a buzz. He had a kind of a hype hype building event where he was on a truck that had a giant fabricated brick where they were only handing out t-shirts. People were disappointed he wasn't giving out the shoes, but it is what it is. I think that's fine. Here's the truck. Like, it would be disappointing if you like went across town in New York, or like took off work early or whatever and tried to hunt this down, battled crowds and stuff, and just came up empty handed or just came away with a t-shirt. But I think it's still cool. It's well worth it for the social media traction, advertising alone for the brand. Here's some video from the release. Nice Kicks posted this. I really like those red, rust red Jordan 4s, brick red. Some of this apparel is kind of cool. Gives off very much Cactus Plant flea market Nike vibes a little bit here and there. Definitely Jordan Brand vibes here and there. A little bit Cortez Nike vibes with some of these like windbreaker jackets, track jackets. But overall, I think some of the pieces are dope. Really into the 4s. I really love his original Jordan 1s. Like that to me, one of the top collabs. A little bit now looking back, all the pre-worn look is a lot of people are over, but that was at the height of the pre-worn look, and I was all about it. Still think those are amazing looking shoes. The Air Jordan 4 Road model, the RM, is I got one. I got the gray one. It was like, okay. His airships, they were more limited, but I'm stoked about this 4. This red 4, cool. It's got his kind of like one of his calling cards. I wouldn't say signature. Other people use the mini swoosh. There's mini swooshes on other shoes, but all of his so far has had the mini swoosh. Has bike air on the back, which is dope. And I think there's imagery of suspected secondary color. Yeah, maybe this is a friends and family. Maybe it's a secondary color. Who knows? But there were pictures taken of these fours. But yeah, with the bike air on the back, definitely giving off those like Nike SB vibes with the SB air on the back. Super interested in getting these. I don't think I necessarily personally like these better than the Jordan ones, his original Jordan ones. And he had other, I think, shoes with the brand and with Nike prior, but like, I think really people came up on him mainly when his Jordan 1s released. He's a really good biker. Check out his go mode videos. But yeah, these fours, really sick. Like to hear your guys' thoughts. I think for the most part, people really like these and are into these. Um, and I think, yeah, these will be one of the hype pairs of the year. Look at that mud guard, kind of the pebbled leather. Uh, yeah, I like that leather on the mud guard there. Suede looks like suede. Predominant upper bike air on the heel. Mini swoosh there. Yeah, not too loud color. Not too much, not too little. I think it's a good blend, good collab. These would be interesting, kind of like fire red 4 vibes, which I don't love the fire red 4s. I had them in hand once. They looked a little too GR to me, a little too cheap. The last Fire Red 4s, a little something like you could get at Payless. So I didn't love the Fire Red 4s, but they're not a bad shoe. I don't think. I couldn't keep them with all the shoes that I got. Staying with Nigel Sylvester news, apparently he might be getting his own Air Jordan 1 Low, and that would be sick. This is a speculative mock up. As you can see, that Complex Sneakers posted by this guy. Can't read that. Sneakerfiles.com. This is pretty cool mock up. I'd be behind that if this mock up is at all what the finished product would look like, but I would definitely be interested in a Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1 Low. First pitch for comments. Let me know if those of you who are watching this who are into BMXing in the late 90s, early 2000s, all you Condor fans, Matt Hoffman, there was Brian Nyquist, Dave Mira, RIP, like all the BMXers. Me and my brother were definitely into BMX along with all this extreme sports back then, and I think it's pretty sick that the Jordan brand has signed a BMXer. It's cool to have Nigel in that stable. Cool dude, and I love his biking videos along with his sneaker collabs. So let me know if you guys BMX fans in the comments. That would be interesting. Are all of you just into him because they're cool Jordan collabs and like just people like them, so you like them? But I like them for more than just that. Next up, Nike bringing back the OG Air Max Plus Hyper Blue. This is some serious Lowheat news. I'm hyped for these. I wish I had more space and money. I would cop these in an instant. This is the first, along with the orange, and then I think purple, the first iteration of the Air Max Plus TN. The first iteration, this caught my eyes on the shelves when I first wandered in. I think it was a soccer shop in Grafton, Wisconsin. Kick It. Shout out Kick It. No longer there. They had these on the shelf by the runners and the trainers next to the cleats, and my eyes immediately gravitated towards that. I was like, "What is this? You got this is." And then spoiler alert: this is my favorite Air Max model, my personal favorite Air Max model. It's got the airbag, both back and front, exposed air back and front. It has these cool palm tree shark waves. I think they're waves. I think they're supposed to be palm trees, silhouettes of palm trees blowing in the wind. Looks amazing design, almost animalistic, like a tiger shark or some sort of fish, exotic fish. the light gradient blue, which is like big now. We'll see another shoe that's gradient, that's ahead of its time, contrasted with the yellow swoosh, the mini yellow swoosh, the embossed mini yellow swoosh, yellow airbag structure in there, and then you had the, here it is, the TN on the back. I'm like, what is TN? What is that trait? Like, it's weird when it's not often that a trademark technology logo stands out. Like Nike's great at this stuff, but like, you obviously have the swoosh iconic logo, and you have some crests of different organizations and things that stand out. But like this TN Air, that crest logo lockup looks like a molecule mini swoosh there. Like it just like, what is that? I remember seeing that. So very excited. I have a pair from like a few years ago where they split it down the middle. It's the blue on the outside, orange on the inside, and it's kind of the best of both worlds. Those are getting a little old now. I would love, Nike, send your boy a pair of Lowheat here. I'm not asking for the Nigel Sylvester collabs. I'm not asking for the Hyper Strike stuff. I'm not asking for Travis Scott's. I would love a pair of these to unbox. No one from Nike's listening, but these, we'll see. I might break down. I kind of hope in this age of shoes sitting on shelves, I kind of hope that these sit on shelves and I can get a pair for on sale. That's my hope. If these go on sale and I can get these for like 115, that's great. Definitely some Lowheat that I'm super stoked on. Nostalgic Lowheat, favorite Air Max. That being said, they're not that comfortable, just like most Air Maxes, but love this iconic shoe. I still remember seeing these for the first time when I was a kid. 1998. 1998, I think this is when these came out. And like, it's just my mind, one of the first times I feel like my mind was blown seeing a sneaker in person. Like, just the graphic design of these, just striking. Even this to this day, 2025, almost 30 years later, still like looks like a futuristic shoe. Crazy. Next up, we got these Nike Kobe 6 Protros. This is posted by Sneaker News. All Star 2.0 releases right before Valentine's Day. This isn't All Star. Is this All Star weekend? But these look sick. I've tried and tried, just like all of you, for a pair of Nike Kobe 6 Protros in whatever colorway, whether it's the Mamba colorway, the GG, the Grinch. They are hard to get. They are very popular. I've not been able to hit for retail, and I'm not about to pay $500, $600, $700, $800, even $300 for used or $400 for used. I'm not doing it, but I will be trying for these. I love me some dope looking all white shoes, black swoosh. Got the signature snakeskin combined with the star pattern for the, these being the all stars. I think do you wear these like an all-star weekend back in the day? Drop it in the comments if you know. But these are sick, and these will sell out, and they will be expensive. I don't think they'll be Grinch expensive, but they will definitely resell for 100 to 200 plus retail. So good luck to all of us. Some other all white shoes with black swoosh. Another retro. Paul Rodriguez, aka P Rod. He's gonna get his P-Rod 1 retroed for its 20th anniversary. That's crazy. He's been with Nike for 20 years. Man, time flies. I never had a pair of these back in the day. This would be a dope shoe also to have. I was kind of out of skateboarding by the time P-Rod had signed. So yeah, if this is the 20th anniversary, the math, 2005, I had just kind of got out of skateboarding at the end of high school. I was already in college when he was getting this shoe, so I wasn't really monitoring too much of the skate scene. I was definitely watching skate videos on the internet, on the web at the time in college, getting some like illegal rips of skate videos, buying some DVDs, but wasn't too aware of the footwear at the time. That wasn't my thing. So these are sick. I like these. We'll see if I get them. We'll see what the funds and the space are looking like. But like this would be definitely be a low heat pickup for me. Colorway, clean. This is definitely a Derek shoe. Another white upper shoe with black swoosh. You see a pattern here. I even did a short. I think I did a YouTube short. Go through my YouTube shorts. I did a YouTube short on the sickness that I have of like white shoes, white uppers, black swoosh or white swoosh. So Ama Maniere might have a Chuck with a swoosh. That is part of their While You Were Sleeping collection. Reportedly only 50 to 100 pairs were made. Now this is news from a while back. It says 4 weeks ago. I'll refresh the page. 4 weeks ago. I wish they would have done these in greater numbers. It was crazy to me is the people that are mad in the comments that don't like these just a copy of Chinatown Market. Like, you do realize Chinatown Market is like, ripping off brands. It wasn't an officially licensed thing. Yeah, remember when they didn't allow Virgil to do this? Virgil wasn't even allowed to do this with Off-White. So I am not mad at this. I think it's more of an achievement for James and the group to get Nike to sign off on this, to allow this. I mean, it is the blending of the blazer with the Chuck essentially. Never really been done. Nike owns Converse, so it's part of it. It's in the umbrella of they're allowed to do this. I don't know. We've never seen it. It's unique. Maybe it might be obvious. Maybe like I don't think it's lazy. I think it's yeah. See, people made history acting like Virgil and Chinatown ain't do it first. So yes, Virgil tried to do this. He wanted to do this, and maybe the idea is a loosely taken from his initial trying to do it, but he never got it done. He never got it approved. It was just in mock-ups. Chinatown never got that approved. It wasn't a unlicensed thing that they did. So if anything, what did it? Ready Made kind of did a version with a swoosh. Kind of did a. No, that wasn't even a Chuck though. So I don't know. I don't know why people are so mad. I think it's kind of cool. I would love a pair, and I think anyone who owned a pair would rock them, and they would be happy with them. I wish these were more widely available. I wish I had a pair. Also old news, but again, I haven't done the podcast in a minute, so I just wanted to I thought this was pretty cool. If you didn't know, the Stash boxes have graffiti on the inside. Stash being a graffiti artist makes sense. But not only that, you can take them apart and put them back together so that the graffiti artwork is on the outsides. Just redo the box, flip it inside out, and there you go. I think that's dope. This was taken by Small Feet, Big Heat. Shouts to them for doing this video. I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. So I didn't get a pair of the Stash stuff. That's one of those things I'm going to monitor, see if my size ever goes on sale in either model, and maybe I'll scoop here soonish. But yeah. Some other news. This is some Reebok Lowheat. This is the Club C overlay by Market. Speaking of Chinatown Market, now rebranded to Market. I think that's pretty cool. The peel off thing has definitely been done a lot in recent years, but I'm not mad at it. I am definitely not mad at it. And that's cool. I think this came out. What did this come out? A little bit ago. So this has been out for a minute, but I think that's pretty dope. I like the design. The camo, faded camo underneath. It reveals, what is that, like a negative reverse image look at that camo. But I think these are pretty cool. I just like featuring, I don't feature every piece of, every item of Lowheat, every collab. So mainly I'm only, unless it's newsworthy and I don't like it, I don't cover everything. I mainly cover things that I find interesting or aesthetically cool. And yeah, I like the Club C as a shoe for Reebok. It's classic. And I think it's cool when brands get collabs like this. So now these are an expensive collab. New Balance made in UK is just expensive to begin with because most of their components, etc., are assembled or manufactured or made in or sourced from the United Kingdom. And so, you're going to have a premium on that in general. Plus, you slap a collab on it. And yeah, so I kind of like these. 275 is steep for some New Balance dad shoes. I've never owned a pair of 1500s, but that looks like buttery suede there. No, the cushion's that old school end cap midsole, so I bet these are like pseudo comfortable, but not like crazy comfortable. Kind of always like that asymmetrical toe. You got Steven Smith here in the comments flexing interesting interpretation of my classic design, the godfather of dad shoes. It's weird. I like Steven Smith. I mean, he's one of the goats of shoe designers. It's always a little odd to me when people like kind of shout for their own clout there, but like I like Steven Smith. He gets a pass. He is the godfather of dad shoes, so like he gets to do that. So it's cringe for everyone else to do that. It's not cringe for him to do it. That's my stance. But yeah, I a little subtle undertone. Who did I see? Someone saying, who was I see saying this? Was it Sam? One of the sneaker guys who does sneaker posts and sneaker content was saying, like, is he taking a page out of John's book by doing more minimalistic, not changing too much? He kind of got the hits of bright colors here on the outsole and right there on the midsole, but other than that, maybe the Bembury and or that's New Balance. So Salehe's up top, but the yellow hits. I like these. I don't like them for 275. Premium qualities made in UK. Some of the made in UK New Balances are my favorite. Like I have 2 pairs of New Balance that are made in the UK, and they are some of my favorite New Balances. But shoes in general, let alone New Balances. So I don't know. For me, 275 plus shipping tax, I can't do it. But I would definitely pay, I don't know, 175. That's still kind of high, I feel like, for a dad shoe, but you got good materials, I'd do it. Okay. Some other nostalgic Lowheat that I can get behind. Talk about 1998 and the Air Max TN. So if I was walking into that Kick It shop, looking at those Air Max TNs on the shop, good chance on the rack, clothing rack next to it was some Adidas equipment, jackets and sweatshirts at the time. This was born in 1991, but they ran Adidas equipment for a minute. I remember my soccer coach having a lot of Adidas equipment, apparel, and I don't know if he was like cool per se, but like, he's my coach. He had some credibility. I looked up to him a little bit in certain aspects, and he definitely the Adidas equipment always looked good. So I copped a quarter zip when they did this, a few years ago. They brought back Adidas equipment. And I copped a quarter zip, missed out on the track pants, and now they're bringing it back. I didn't buy a sweatshirt. I bought a t-shirt. I have bought both. I have a t-shirt, vintage one from eBay, maroon vintage Adidas equipment t-shirt from the 90s, bought on eBay. I also have one of the retros from whatever it was, 2021 t-shirt, black, and I have a quarter zip. So then now they're bringing it back again, 2025. Definitely love that sweatshirt. I think I have a vintage one from eBay. I don't have this style with the little swooshes on the neck. But love this sweatshirt. Would like to see if they're having track pants. But yeah, launching at Size. Size official. This was a week ago. Let's see here. Let's do a live little look. This was a week ago that they posted this. I wonder if these are up yet. Anyways, keep your eye out. Keep your eye out for the Adidas equipment. Where's this post, yo? Size official. It's a UK based and they have a lot over in Europe, but there are sizes over here now. The cookies thing, not worth it. Size, you lost my business. Too much cookie stuff. Moving on. Anyways, take a look. Some Lowheat news for you. These Salomons are releasing in the Chinese region for the Chinese New Year, Year of the Snake. I thought these were dope. Another white shoe, go figure. I thought these were dope. I hope 3 different models. I like all of them. Being a Chinese release, I'm wondering on sizing if they go slow. I hate Chinese only releases. I'm not being racist. I'm Asian. It's just the sizing because most people over there don't have huge feet. They're shorter. I get it, but at the same time, like it's like if I want a pair, I can't get them. Releasing through Cross Official, retailer over there in China. China. In fact, one of my favorite collabs from last year was with Koss, and I couldn't. It was a Saucony collab, and I couldn't get it because the sizing was too small. So realistically, I wasn't going to get a pair of these, but I just wanted to bring it up here. Heart Copy did a little post on this. Heart Copy does informative release posts, and I thought these were dope. I'm not going to read all this. Go read it if you want. If I do read it, you're going to click away. So that's where our, up next. Here's a look at a Sunder Max coming out. Air Max Sunder, I guess. Light Army Pinksicle, supposed to come out in summer. Women's exclusive, coming out in summer by Nike. Hypebeast Kicks posted this. Hopefully it's not just women's sizing per se. It's like, big women's sizing, aka my size in men's. But these are pretty sick. These are pretty sick. Love that gradient of pink contrasted with, what is this, Baroque brown it looks like? Well, that's Baroque brown. I don't know what this is. Light Army. I like that. Yeah, I have yet to cop a pair of Sunders. Time might come. The Kids of Immigrants are pretty dope. The Gore-Tex ones are pretty dope. But I just wanted to feature these because, I think that's a sick colorway. Love that colorway. Light Army combined with Baroque Brown and Pinksicle. Love it. Some retro news. The Jordan 12 Fluke. I feel like these just retro. Didn't these just retro? This is one of those Jordan retros that I never really was into or wore when I was a kid. Never was into basketball shoes when I was a kid, and but these were popular. Also, these were expensive. Now, as an adult, though, they're very nostalgic for me. I remember him playing in this game. Of that Jordan 7 through 13 run, or 14, Jordan 14 run, especially the Jordan 11 through 14 run, I would say 12s are my personal favorite. I had the Cherry 12s for a minute, needed some money and space, returned them or sold them. I think I might prefer the Cherry 12s in a vacuum, just the white and red, that's my thing. But contextually, this is iconic shoe. Just the all black upper is not really it's not really my thing, but I would love to have these as just part of my collection. So if these get retroed, I would be tempted. Just it's so nostalgic, and again, like I said, this is the Air Jordan 12 is my favorite of that 11 through 14 run of Jordans when he returned for the second time with the Bulls. Let me know in the comments what your favorite of the 11 through 14 is. Most people's it's the 11. It's just, I prefer the 12. I think the 12 is the best looking one out of those 4. Some other black and red news. There's some official images that have now been released of the black and red Air Jordan 1. They're going to do it in the 85 cut. These are expected to come out in February. And I will definitely be going for a pair of these. Never owned a pair of black and red Jordan 1s. They're retroing them as the 85 version. I cannot wait. I need a pair of these. I've not. At one point, I had in my hands a pair of the 94s or the 95s, but I sold those. I never really even wore them. I just bought them, had them, sold them. I really want these, really want to wear them. I'm hyped on these. I'm glad the Jordan 1 hype has died down, sneaker hype has died down, because I feel like I can potentially cop these. Drink sponsor me. Cherry Coke Zero. Heat check. There is no heat today. Let's see here. No heat today. Just, I'm wearing this t-shirt that I picked up at ComplexCon actually. And what is this? What is this brand? I think it's Dumb Good. I think this is Dumb Good's own t-shirt. Really nice quality. Yeah, I think it's Dumb Good. On foot, I took these off when I started the podcast. My most worn sneaker of 2024, most worn sneaker, the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 in this supersonic light bone colorway. Favorite or most worn shoe of 2024 for me. I love these. They're finally starting to go a little bit. I did a wear review on these. Favorite shoe, or not favorite shoe, but yeah, most worn shoe of the last year. Next topic of the day. Do a little deviation and talk about Nike stock for just a quick second. Nike stock. Let's look at the 5 year. So one thing that I rationalize sometimes when I'm buying a lot of product from one brand is like, if I buy stock in it, if it's popular, I buy stock in it, at least then when I buy again, I'm like paying myself back. So if you buy a ton of Starbucks, if you buy off Amazon a ton, if you go a ton of movies, like consider investing in that thing. I bought Magic cards at one point a lot. It's considered buying Hasbro, which owns Magic the Gathering. And then at least when you buy from it, it's kind of like you're buying into your own business, paying yourself back to a degree. That logic and justification is not perfect, but you get what I'm saying. Now, Nike, all of us, probably who are any of you watching this, you buy a lot of shoes. Probably a good majority of them are Nike for most of you. Yeah, I am not a financial expert. Please consult a licensed financial expert. I am just dude making a podcast that 100 people watch on a good day. Do not follow my advice. That being said, if you are at all ever interested in Nike stock, it is at a down point. It was at its all-time highs during like COVID, right after COVID, leading up to COVID, 2020. It mirrored the shoe hype era. So if you take a look at here, let's take a look at Max timeline. Obviously, very cheap. The 90s, very cheap. In the 2000s, started going up in 2010. That's kind of like when I feel like when sneakerheads started being a thing. Climbed. And here you see 2015 kind of hit a little peak. And then 2017, which is when I came on, in the beginning of like really people, the mass audience started catching on. Things started selling out. It just like took off. So we're talking like $50 price point for the stock, and got all the way up to like, was that triple 147, 175, over triple that by 2021. So in like 4 years, over triple. So at its height, $174, and right now we're at 70. So right around, not too far off from that 60 mark. It might go down more, right? I guess my broader point is here. What's the year to date? It's only gone down this year from 76 down to 71, so lost $5. I guess my greater point for those of you who are kind of like, what's your point here? New Balance has had a lot of growth. Nike has had a lot of dip. So like you might be like, well, why am I investing? I don't think Nike's ever going to like crash. It's not going to. Maybe there's a situation where an Adidas happens, where another brand overtakes, but there's so much legacy brand value, so much like legacy nostalgia wrapped up in Nike, so many iconic moments, brand ad campaigns. They might have a ton of overhead. They might go through cuts. They might go through sales, down sales. Other brands might edge in, take greater shares of the pie. I just don't know how far this can crash. So maybe it goes to 50. Maybe it goes to 45. All I'm saying is if you were ever interested, I would just start paying attention. maybe buy some shares. I'm not saying it's going to go up a ton. I'm saying it could even go down. All I'm saying is it's not going to go, I don't think it's ever going to go to 0. It's never going to go to 10. It's never going to go to 15. I don't know what its floor is. All I'm saying is anyone who thinks that it's going to be the third best brand in the next 30 years is like crazy. There's just too much value wrapped up, too much history wrapped up in the brand for it to truly tank. So you might lose some money, but now is a time I would consider. I would look at it. Here's the 5 year. It was at heights in 2021. It is pretty down. It is pretty beaten down right now. So I always buy low, sell high. It's pretty beaten down. Anyways, not an expert. I would just start monitoring it. If you're ever considering investing in Nike, I would consider monitoring it now. Maybe pick up a few shares here and there while it's low. I could see it going back up eventually. Things are cyclical. Trends are cyclical. You know, sneakers are down right now, but like think about like all the teenagers, all the kids, kids in their 20s when sneakers were hype. You know, in a decade from now, they're all going to have money, be at jobs, have disposable income. I could see a lot of people who were kids or young adults during the sneaker craze returning to sneakers once they got a little bit money in a decade. And yeah, with that, Nike will go back up. Speaking about that little spiel, if you thought that was interesting, I put up a poll a month ago. Only 15 people answered. Check out the community tab on my channel. I was thinking of doing some other content, maybe video gaming. I do a lot of first person shooter stuff. I've been getting into trading cards. I've always been into Magic. When I was a kid, I was into sports. Been getting back into sports. I do art for fun on the time, and then like I like talking investments, stock speculation, collectibles, crypto, real estate. So if you think you would like to watch me do other topics, another channel, please vote. Let me know. So far, interestingly enough, investments and stock speculation, collectibles, crypto is leading. Trading cards kind of leads into collectibles and investments. They're not true investments, but so yeah, please check that out. Vote if you are watching. Hot drop, and this is stuff that is imminently coming out or dropping. I know some of this stuff that I covered already is out or whatever, so I apologize. It probably should have been in this segment, but anyways, Lorenz.OG is doing another, not official collab, but he's doing another release. This time he chose the New Balance 860 V2 as his model of choice, shoe model of choice. Last year he did the Air Max 95, but he's done a bunch of these New Balance 860 V2 in his signature Dusk colorway. A lot of brands basically ripping this off. And he wasn't the first person ever to do a gradient or sunsets or anything like that, but he definitely helped make it popular over the last 5 years. And these are really sick. So if you're in the London area, I think his date. Here's his post. I think the 18th is when he's gonna be dropping, doing golden tickets. I don't know. I'm not in London, but check out the Sneaker Freaker account for more details. Yeah, if you're lucky enough to live in the London area and can cop a pair of these, that would be sick. Love these. Love his work. He's one of the top, my favorite top customizers. There's a couple guys. I'm not super into custom shoes, but there are a couple guys that do amazing work, and Lorenz is one of them. Up next, some Lowheat drop on January 23rd for $160. This Nike Air Pegasus Wave in football gray. Just love the color scheme on that. That green strike and aluminum. Like, this is a sick Lowheat shoe. Really like that. That's really dope. A little mesh upper ankle, kind of like reinforced, like carbon vest looking material there on the toe box. What some dope looking running shoes. Love that colorway. And it's a Pegasus, so hopefully full length Nike Air. Hopefully these are fairly comfy too. $160, not crazy. But yeah, I really like those. Also, had to cover some Crocs news here. Super Saiyan Goku Crocs, Dragon Ball Z Crocs, dropping intimately. Uh, what did I say? Did I just make up a word? Eminently? Yeah. They're on the horizon. It's got the, and it got the, it comes with the giblets, or gibbets. I said giblets. Yeah, I don't think I will be getting these. There's something about like full grown men wearing Crocs. Some can get away with it if you're like a true artist or like eclectic type. I feel like you can maybe get away with it, but I feel like it just probably gives a lot of women the ick. And as much as I like Dragon Ball Z, I don't think I'll be getting these. Crocs has so many collabs now. If you look at this, Squid Games, Disney, Batman, Pokemon, Hello Kitty, Fortnite, it's crazy. Marvel, Star Wars. It's crazy the amount of collabs they do now. Where is this Squid Games one? Oh yeah, I saw those the other days. Anyways, wild. I do own a pair of the Salehe Bembury Pollux ones. Check out that unboxing, but they're a little different, you know. I feel like, and I don't wear them all the time. Some other Lowheat that's available right now is these Adidas Handball Spezials. St. Alfred has them. I'm sure some other retailers have them. Like, talk about sick colorways. I will say gazelles have that effect sometimes where they look sick on the shelves, sick in the pictures. On my foot, that's a little fatter, a little chunkier, a little longer. They sometimes don't look great. Sambas look better on me, I think. They're a little bit more structured with the leather. Spezials sometimes, yeah, look a little weird. Like I'm jamming a giant sausage in them. But the colorways are sick on these. So are these both women's? Yeah, they might both be women's pairs, unfortunately. Again, don't meet my size. 120, 110. Love those colorways, both of them. Can't go wrong. If you can fit them, 120 bucks, 110 bucks. It's a good shoe to own. Good clean shoe to own. Oops, I screwed up the Crocs post. Moving on. Here is the upcoming sneakers calendar. Speaking of cyclical things, like this is a great time if you're a collector, if you're just a fan of shoes, if you got disposable income and space, like now is the time. Cop your grails, cop heat for not that bad or not like both the original grails are cheaper nowadays. Both they're retroing everything. Those retros of grails are cheap. They've done so many retros. They're gonna keep doing retros of grails and collabs. Now is the time if you're a collector. I think this Bordeaux Riot shop, Riot skate shop, Nike SB collab is cool. They're located in the Bordeaux region of France, so of course they're going to kind of do a wine thing. You got the wax seal of their skate shop on the tongue. I think it's a great time if you're into collectors, any sneakerheads or collectors. Get these SBs easily, probably. They're bringing back the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro B. Again, this was right after I got out of skating, and like this was pre-Dunk, right? This was like their first foray, Nike SB's first foray into using the Dunk model. But like before that, I don't know if anyone remembers like the Chode Nike shoe. Like when I was still getting CCS catalogs and Nike started getting into it, that's what I remember is the Chode. And I was like everyone else, like, why is Nike getting into this? And like these shoes look horrible. The Pro B didn't look all that much better to begin with. And I was questioning heavy Nike's involvement. And by the time I got out, then of course they were doing sick SBs. So I missed out on that. But yeah, that'd be kind of a fun one to own, maybe, especially if you actually skate. It's a good skate shoe. I really like these black and aluminum ones. I think that's great colorway, good color blocking. Don't need these, but like that also would have sold out 5 years ago. It would have been going for $250. So it's a great time if you are an SB fan. You just pick things up for retail, pick things up for cheap. Remember when every Air Jordan was sold out and expensive? So it's a great time. I think in a few years, sneakers will kind of come back, if you will. But it's a great time if you're into them. You can just pick things up. All right, and that is the show. please like, subscribe, comment, and also reminder, plug for if you're going to buy shoes and you're going to potentially use Champ Sports, they got sales, or you're going to go to New Balance's website, please use my links in my bio on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, or my YouTube channel has the same links. You just go to the New Balance website and the Champ Sports website. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just I'm an affiliate, so I get a little bit of, like a teeny tiny commission on it. So again, not asking you for money, not asking you for anything other than just to use my links if you're gonna buy anyway. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, give me a subscribe, like, all that stuff. Let me know what you wanted me to talk about on the show, and hopefully I keep doing these every week. Try to get back in the swing of things here in the new year. Try to drop these weekly, and I appreciate you watching. Peace.